And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. You know, it's Brian the Grizzly with Tank. Brandon, we're doing this real quick, guys. What did you think of Andor this last episode? Because I think nothing happened.
You know, I know we had kind of shared that sentiment the other day, but I went back and actually rewatched it earlier today, and I actually appreciated it a lot more than I did upon first watch.
You can appreciate nothing happening.
Well, I really like we've emphasized so many times. It's a slow burn of a show, and it's very character driven and exploring the characters more than anything. And like I said, I'm really liking that. And like I said, I went back and rewatched
nothing happened.
But that's so I'm fine with that.
But not for an episode. It's an episode, and nothing happened. The whole episode.
They dove more into the characters. I absolutely love that.
It was like, what did you do Tuesday? And they talked about exactly what they did on Tuesday. It didn't matter. It had nothing to do. Like, if I'm just want to be fair, if I say the same thing about She-Hulk, I should say the same thing about Andor. If nothing happened.
But I think in the case of Andor, what I'm appreciating about it is this is like, for me at least, this is the first time for in a Star Wars show that they're really, really delving into the characters.
Don't do that. This is not Star Wars.
Well, it is Star Wars without throwing the constant fact in your face that it is Star Wars, and that's what I really like about it.
They can't throw it in your face because it's not Star Wars.
It is Star Wars.
Now you got a kyber crystal. There's a kyber crystal in there.
It's just
in the background. You're like, did you see that?
It's just not every second. Oh, here's a Jedi. Oh, here's Boba Fett. Oh, here's that character. And I really like that. I like that it's
all the characters of Star Wars. You're right.
What?
Those are all the characters of Star Wars. I mean,
you got Mon Mothma, whatever her name is. She's from the OG.
Yeah,
that counts.
You're right. Yeah,
you know, but I'm
this
really
liking in the universe that Star Wars also happens, and then have this show because it's not Star Wars. It's just in the same universe.
That's why I like it so much. It's exploring other characters in other reaches of the universe that we're not quite familiar with, and I really, really appreciate that they're going that route. I think it's cool.
I think we're gonna get to the point where we do see those characters. You know, there's no way we're gonna have the rebellion without seeing Leia. There's no way. It might not be this season, but it's gonna happen. This
entire season. Even though they're there, we're not going to hear anything. You're not going to see Darth Vader. We're not going to see Leia. I honestly believe not one Skywalker will be in this thing. Which that doesn't bother me as much as everyone's like, I love the slow burn. How slow can it burn?
I'll give you that.
Slow. Like
I feel like this whole
story to go. Something.
This whole episode could have been put in the last episode. Like that's because there are the parts that do mean stuff in this episode were very meaningful. Like when they're sitting at the campfire and I forgot, but the other guy is telling Andor this lore and this background. That was awesome. I was glued to my seat for those 3 minutes, you know. And then some of the other stuff, you know, like when he tells them, you know, who he really was or why he's really there, I should say. I thought that was kind of interesting, and some of the other people's backstories. Besides that,
it could have been 10 minutes in the last episode. I literally felt like the whole episode, I was like, do something. Like I'm poking them with a stick. Like, come on, something. Get the story going a little bit more. Not that everything has to be action-packed, you know, but the story has to build. Even in a slow burn, the story is supposed to build. And I feel like we got details that are necessary, but we didn't get building blocks.
I don't know. I don't know if we didn't get a lot of building blocks. I'll say that because I do think him saying why he's there is kind of important because now that's going to be a whole thing for. Yeah. I'll be right. Bring him down. I'm doing the same thing. So I do think him doing that, him telling why he's there is going to play a big role. But you know, really, the main story for me
happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Like you could have merged episode 4 and 5 together, and it would have been, I think, a fuller episode. But I mean, for a show that said they're gonna not have a lot of fan service, they're doing a lot of fan service. Because in this episode, I don't know if you saw, Skarsgård, I still don't know his damn name. But the character that Skarsgård plays in the little shop that he works, he's in the back on the walkie-talkie receiver, whatever he was on. There's a freaking holocron. That's a Jedi and a Sith holocron sitting up there. I was like, what?
And how's that possible? How did you get both of them?
Exactly.
What?
Like a Jedi one, I get. You're on Coruscant, the big temple is right there. Okay, whatever. There's a bunch of those.
Sith one?
You got a Sith one? I was like, where the fuck would you get that from, man? I'm like, maybe it was in the temple, but I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. And also, they're huge. I'm like, are they supposed to be that big? They were pretty massive, unless they were fakes, like props or something. Could be. I don't know.
Well, that could be.
Because like the big alcohol, signs they have at when you go to your grocery store and the big giant tequila bottle.
So I bought it from the grocery store last week.
Yeah. So I know it could have been a prop, but I doubt it. But I thought that was pretty cool. But like you said, it was an hour of them just kind of walking to where they need to go. But I think next week's episode, that's going to have enough action there. You're going to be kind of pulled back in, because then the next one, I think it's going to start off right off the bat, and it's going to be almost the entire ride of them with this heist. Because there's a lot on the line. So I think so.
Will you be surprised if the first half an hour there's no heist?
Yeah. Because if they squish down the whole heist into like 10 or 15 minutes, I would be a little.
That's exactly what they usually do, though.
No, well, in the episode 3, that was a pretty exciting.
Yeah, the whole episode was pretty good.
That because it started off with like him meeting with Skarsgård, and it was just boom, 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 boom. Pretty much the whole episode. And I think that's what's going to happen again with this one. I think it's going to be like a 3-episode cycle like that. It's going to be slow action, slow action, slow action. So I think it might. I don't know.
I hope you're right. I gotta say, this is probably my least favorite episode that we've had.
I agree. I probably agree. I mean, there were some parts that I really liked, but 5 minutes
you could put it all in 5 minutes.
Yeah. It really was. I think Andor or Cassian, talking shit to them, and he's like, "Oh, where's the gauge at?" He goes, "You don't know where the fucking gauge is at?" He goes, "You guys are idiots. Like, how are you planning on doing this?"
He's such a great character, and I love the way Diego Luna plays him.
He is.
So kind of a lot of character moments like that just really made me appreciate this episode, especially upon second rewatch. But I get what you guys are saying, that and I can definitely see how it's easily your least favorite, because
nothing
happened, admittedly, and we have like this that scene with the police officer, the one officer and his mother, which was just kind of but as far as character exploration goes, I really liked it.
It was a 5 minutes, and then it was filler. It's very simple. If I'm going to call She-Hulk on it, I'm going to call them out on it, because there's no need to watch the walk for an hour.
Yeah,
like all that stuff could have happened in 20 minutes, and then you could have went on. But I feel like sometimes you have to have stuff. You want the story to go a little bit longer. You want to not just slow play it, but you want to have the episode end exactly where you want it to end. And if you don't have enough story to do that, sometimes you have to make things a little bit longer than it needs to be. But pace matters to me, and I don't think we had good pacing here. As much as I've liked, actually, so a lot of people complain about the first 3. I like the first 3 a lot, especially the third one. Mm-hmm. I didn't mind the 4th episode, but this one, I don't know. Maybe it's just not me. Maybe it's just not my cup of tea. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the parts I liked it, but yeah, no. I'm holding on hope for next week, because I think it's gonna pay off. You know what I mean? So if it doesn't, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I don't know.
I'm counting on you. I'm counting on this, because you know what, baby, if I come back next week and it was great, I will say I'll let him come back to the Star Wars family. As of right now, this is just adjacent Star Wars information. This is all it is right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like spoil like the lore, you know, because if you are watching it, but the campfires. Well, it's not really a campfire, but kind of. But the campfire scene is it's only like a minute long, I think, maybe 2 minutes long. But that one guy puts a lot of lore into some stuff, and I thought that was a really good scene, you know. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and then like real quick, you know, going back to like him being a badass, him knowing what hand everyone uses, he knows. I thought that was awesome. He goes, oh well, you know, he should be on that side because he's left-handed. And she just goes through. She goes, well, what is he? Right-handed, left-handed, right, left. And, you know, it's like, oh, he favors his right, but he's actually left-handed. It was like, what? I was like, just from being there for a few days, like he knows this shit. So I was like, he's more military than the actual Empire military guy,
right?
You know, so yeah, you know, so I thought that was like pretty awesome. Like something small like that just showed you how ready Andor is for like everything, you know. So, and
I agree with you with that.
Yeah,
I have nothing negative to say about that scene. So.
Yeah. So, but like you said, you know, a few scenes in an hour, almost an hour long episode. I don't know.
Give me a little bit more. Come on, guys. Lucasfilm, a little bit more. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, but I mean, people are talking Emmys already with this, you know. So,
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Anything else though, guys? Yeah, this was, like you said, a pretty short episode as much as info really goes. I don't know.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Very few things happen.
Very few. Things happen. It's not much to talk about. I mean, when you're reviewing something, when it's, as you said, as Brady said, character building blocks instead of story building blocks. There's very little to review. Mm-hmm. It's just you learning about the characters a little bit more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like I said, I really appreciate that for a change when it comes to the Star Wars shows. But I think there will be some payoff, and I think it's coming very, very soon.
It's sure better. I don't want to be another She-Hulk where I have 4 episodes of filler.
Yeah. But cool. We'll leave that there. So come back next week and we'll see what kind of Andor episode we get next week. But make sure you guys leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about this past week's episode. Episode was at 5. You know, did you like it? Did you hate it? You're still kind of waiting on it. You're still undecided. Stuff like that. But leave a comment. Let us know. I think we're gonna end the stream here, and we're gonna go do some other stuff. But just a quick shout out to us doing October stuff. So all October, we're going to do classic reviews. We're going to do all the new scary horror films. So it's going to be a full on like Halloween scary month for reviews. So make sure you guys subscribe and check it out, because every morning we're going to do something every weekday, should have Monday through Friday. We're going to have like a cool scary movie review. So
what does that mean? That means I'm not sleeping the entire month of October, guys.
Yeah.
I am. If there's a scaredy cat in the group, it is superly me.
Yeah.
I'll sit and watch looking at the top of the screen. Because when you with a girl, you can't act scared. So I was just looking at the top of the screen, pretending like I was watching it, but I was really just hoping I don't see anything pop out at me. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's funny.
That's great.
Funny. Yeah. So, oh man. So leave a comment and let us know if you do that.
Exactly.
What's your coping mechanism when you're at the movies?
What's your go-to move to pretend like you're not scared?
Yeah. But all right, cool.
Or what's your favorite scary movie? What's your favorite scary movie?
We'll do the what's up thing. The fake the spoofy one. All right. Quick shout out. Thank you, Derpy, coming in. Andy, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Derpy.
A little quicker show than usual. But let's get out of here, and we will see you guys on Monday. I don't know what we're talking about on Monday, but some scary movies are coming out. So
you can do Werewolf by Night.
Yes. Werewolf by Night.
It's happening, and I'm going to do a review of Smile. But this time, I'm going to do it with my eyes closed the entire time.
That's funny. All right, but appreciate everyone. Thank you guys, and we will see you guys next week. Later.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're out here.